Hi, my name's John, and I studied medicine at Cambridge. And today I'm going to help you think like an Oxbridge academic. So we're going to be going over the real/PESC technique today. So somebody were to ask me, what have the effects of the coronavirus on humanity been so far? I would say, well, the coronavirus has affected humanity in every conceivable way. The political effects have been widespread. No country has been untouched. You've seen rising tensions between East and West, for example. The rhetoric about the virus, particularly from the US, calling it the China virus and the Wuhan virus. That's potentially quite dangerous, putting more pressure on already strained relationships. But there's also been local effects, the lack of trust between, government and people. I think people are quite frustrated with the current government. In terms of long-term effects, how much power the government has. The government essentially hasn't used parliament, really. And there have been several judges who have called out the potential danger of a government having this much power. Economically, I don't think you need to be a genius to figure out that there have been very significant economic effects. The UK's GDP shrunk by 35% or 40% during the first lockdown. And to put that into context, in the Great Depression in the US, the GDP shrank by about 5%. So you can see there's obviously been major economic effects, but it's more complicated than just, people making less money, because actually that's not entirely true. Billionaires have gotten a lot richer, particularly people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. So actually what you can see is, a greater shift in imbalance of wealth, and that actually potentially have really disastrous long-term effects. Social, again, the most obvious one here is a tragic loss of life. But I think it's been a little bit more complicated than that. We've seen the stresses this has put on hospitals. We've seen how easily our healthcare system was overwhelmed. And actually, the NHS was already under a great deal of stress. It will be catching up with the effects of the coronavirus for years to come, possibly even decades to come. And culturally, actually, you've seen a massive shift in culture between now and this time last year. If you look back to, late 2019, life was normal for most people in the UK. Now, we're constantly in lockdown. We've taken to Zoom. We've left face-to-face interactions. This has had really significant effects on a lot of people's mental health. Isolation has become a growing problem. It was already bad before lockdown, but now it's much worse. People can't even meet up with the few acquaintances they have. So overall, the coronavirus has affected our lives in every single way, and there's nothing we can really do to escape it. There's no such thing really as a corona-free zone that you can just go to without having any of these effects. So I hope this was useful, and now you know how to think a little bit more like an Oxbridge academic. And when you do get into your interviews, remember to keep it real. Thank you.